Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Atari militia, nothing about race. They say if the government keeps cracking down on us, we'll have to physically fight back. They get arrested. Federal judges ordered them released. The feds haven't done it. Meanwhile, literally hundreds of videos of rallies everywhere talking about killing the gringo's the devil. The average gringo's watching baseball and football like everybody else and doesn't know their head from a hole in the ground, I will assure you. But what this is going to do is this is going to make gringos start not trusting Hispanics and Hispanics not like gringos. Can't we see what's happening? Grace, Rand, others. Grace, I'm going to try to shut up for a moment. Make your point from Texas. Go ahead.
Yes, we are living the American dream. We've become, my husband and I, part of the upper middle class. This is what the administration doesn't want. Now, that's why they're opening the borders and inciting this kind of fever, because the Hispanics that are living the American dream, who are Navy commanders, who are part of administrations in ISDs, who are teachers now, and we're conservative Republicans, we're the ones they don't like because we want to be just called Americans.
Well, in fact, the radical Reconquistas have a word for it. It means rotten fruit in Spanish. And, I mean, do you ever feel pressure to, like, be part of this whole Raza thing? Because that's what this looks like to me.
Yes. Down in the valley in Texas, they're all Democrats. And our own family says the only reason you're Republican is because you have money in the bank. And our own daughter is now joining that left-wing radicals in Oakland and San Francisco, and she's joined against us. And will never live in Texas because she says we're just a bunch of gun-toting conservative Republicans.
Well, since when is it bad to own a gun to protect yourself? That's a basic freedom.
Okay, but if you incite riots and if you incite violence among the Hispanics against the gringos, then the government's going to take away those guns.
I agree. And, that's a great point. And that's exactly what Hispanics are calling me and warning me about. And that's how I even learned about this many years ago. Grace, God bless you. It is buoying my heart to know that, I mean, I've always told myself, it's maybe 5% of Hispanics that have this view. But now the media is trying to mainstream it to where if you're Hispanic, you've got to have these views. And I'm telling you, it's going to make the gringos who don't think like this start getting paranoid and start becoming racist towards you. And we do not need that. That's why the Hispanic members of Rodriguez's crew called me. They're smart. they said, man, this is... Because they saw non-disclosure agreements, they can't tell me. They just said, look, it's worse than even the trailer. Let's talk to Rand in Texas. Rand, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Alex, how's it going today?
Not good.
Well, the reason I'm calling is because I'm really mad about what I'm hearing out there. Growing up, I'm originally from South Texas, but growing up, I've had to deal with the word you were using earlier that you couldn't pronounce, called porcho.
That porcho, that's it.
Tejano is basically considered a gringo. They say basically I'm as white as you, which I got no problem with that. But all I'm saying is that I'm come from 4 generations of Texans, not Mexicans. And we're basically getting stereotyped and combined with the Mexicans, which I don't agree with. And there's all this racial tension. Alex, all I want to do is basically challenge all the Tejanos out there to stand up for their Bill of Rights and the American freedom.
Well, God bless you. We're going to go to break in a moment. I want you to come back briefly and talk about the type of persecution you went through, because I've been doing deep research on this for many years. And, the porcho, rotten fruit, the way porchos get stabbed and killed. I want to find out if that's accurate from what you've seen. And why would somebody not want to choose America and the Bill of Rights and private property and guns over living like they do in Mexico under a corrupt state? I mean, it's crazy. I frankly wouldn't care if there were 30 million illegals if they'd be pro-Second Amendment. But no, they're not. So, stay there.